This is Inside Indiana Business Radio for the morning of Friday, September 22nd, 2023. I'm Kate Sharon. A unique class at Purdue Polytechnic Institute in West Lafayette is getting support from one of the most well-known guitar makers in the world. The Institute's School of Mechanical Engineering Technology is partnering with Nashville, Tennessee-based Gibson to support students in the school's guitar lab. Gibson said the goal of the program is to foster a direct pipeline of future luthiers and engineers and open up avenues for collaborative research and innovation in guitar design and manufacturing. Mark French, professor of engineering technology at Purdue Polytechnic, said the partnership is mutually beneficial.
For them, they'll get support from Purdue, and I want to build an ongoing relationship with them that includes my students.
The class has nearly 60 students that are split into groups that design and build their own guitars for each person in the group. But French said the overall theme of the class is about product development, which will make the students better engineers regardless of the field they pursue. Evansville-based fiber optic company Metronet named a new CEO, chief financial officer, and other roles to its leadership team Thursday. Starting October 1st, Dave Hembach, who is the current president and chief operating officer, will become CEO and retain his duties as president. Executive President Sarah Overbaugh will be CFO. John Sinelli, who has steered the company as CEO, will transition to executive chairman. Lone Weber, who is the company's first CFO, will fill the newly created role of executive vice president, capital markets. The Indiana Homeowner Assistance Fund will close for applications October 20th, the state announced Thursday, since the program approaches its allotted amount of funds available. IIB's Alex Brown has more.
The Mortgage Assistance Fund was created to assist homeowners during the pandemic using a grant from the American Rescue Plan Act and started taking applications in February 2022. Since its inception, the program has assisted over 9,100 Hoosiers with an average amount of $13,000 to pay bills including ongoing mortgage payments, the payment of delinquent property taxes, homeowners insurance, and homeowner association fees. Now, the Indiana Housing and Community Development Authority has evaluated that with the amount dispersed, the number of pending applications, and the support pending, it is near its total funding amount. After October 20th, the application portal will close and homeowners can join a waiting list for when funds become available. Awards are limited to one per household and are given in a 5-year forgivable interest-free loan. Alex Brown, Inside Indiana Business Radio.
From the number one source for Indiana business news, this is Inside Indiana Business Radio.
Get ready, Northeast Indiana. We're headed your way. IBJ Media, Inside Indiana Business, and the Indiana Economic Development Corporation invite you to the second annual Engage Northeast Indiana event, presented by CareSource, Indiana University, and Old National Bank. Tuesday, October 10th at the Grand Wayne Center. We'll be diving into talent, education, and other issues shaping the regional economy. You can find more at ibj.com/engage.
Findings of a central Indiana water study show that an aquifer connected to the Wabash River contains enough water to support a high-tech manufacturing district in Boone County without depriving the greater Lafayette region of an adequate water supply, according to the Indiana Economic Development Corporation. The preliminary results of the long-anticipated study indicate what IEDC officials had been asserting for nearly a year, transporting as much as 100 million gallons of water a day through a 35-mile pipeline to support a 9,000-acre or more technology and manufacturing hub is feasible without hurting existing homeowners and businesses that rely on the water supply. State officials have said the massive water supply is needed to support the advanced manufacturing activities that will take place at the Leap Lebanon Innovation and Research District. Taylor University officials are celebrating a milestone in the construction of a $25 million academic building. Crews this month placed the final beam on the Home Academic Center, which is slated to be open next August. The new building will house the university's film and media program, along with some entrepreneurship offerings. The building will feature a domed entry hall, similar to that of the university's student union, as well as auditoriums, sound stages, editing suites, and classrooms. One Southern Indiana has hired Cleveland, Ohio-based national executive search firm Waverly Partners to oversee the search for the organization's next president and CEO. The person selected for the role will likely succeed Wendy Dant Chesser, who is stepping down at the end of October. In July, Chesser announced she was resigning from the role she's held for 10 years to take a position with the River Ridge Development Authority in Jeffersonville. Chesser's final day at 1SI will be October 26th. The organization said if a successor isn't named by that time, an interim CEO will be selected. Ivy Tech Community College President Sue Elsperman is this week's guest on the Business and Beyond podcast with Gary Dick, presented by PNC, a weekly conversation with high-profile Hoosiers in business, sports, and entertainment, and beyond. Available now from your favorite podcast provider. I'm Kate Sharon for Inside Indiana Business, Radio on Demand.